are live at Candlestick Park.
Not exactly a beautiful day, but hopefully it will be here in about 4 hours.
They had changed the turf, and I had walked the turf the day before the ball game, and I marked out where the footing would be good, where the footing would be poor. We actually had our game plan marked, plays and defenses for the particular footing on that field.
Smith's there, he's got the first down coming right to 5. Urban's block puts it in, and it's touchdown Dallas.
The big play was when Alvin Harper caught a slant and their defensive back slipped down because of the poor footing.
Aikman is gonna throw, deep slant, caught, 35. Harper's breaking away. Harper's got midfield. Harper's got the 30.
Oh my, what a play. My goodness, what a play.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
August of 2005, Hurricane Katrina ravaged New Orleans. People came to the Superdome to stay alive when Hurricane Katrina ravaged that city.
Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome.
The Dome is open for business. It's a football stadium once again.
I saw people in the first 2 rows were literally crying tears of joy because we were back.
Quite simply, tonight is the most significant New Orleans Saints game ever. Michael Vick and the Falcons go 3 and out. Atlanta comes out to punt.
A kick block by Steve Gleason. It is scooped and scored by Curtis DeLuce. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What a moment, just listen to this crowd. It is deafening in here right now.
I think if we'd have played 20 quarters, 30 quarters, we were going to win that game. And I think that was just one of those nights.
Devery Henderson reverse. Brees throws a block, and Henderson's to the goal line, and he is in!
I can't split this ball up 500,000 ways, but this game ball is going to everybody in this city.
When we played in Philly, you know, Buddy Ryan was there, and they had a huge defensive line. And everybody kept saying that we were more of a finesse team, that we couldn't play with those guys.
Montana back to throw. He wants it all. Rice is out there.
In the first series, I hit Jerry for a long touchdown on a blitz play. And I was going, well, this is going to be easier than I thought. But from that point on, I never picked myself up off the ground more times.
He's sacked. Reggie White.
The dominant factor in this game, no question about this, has been that 46 defense of Buddy Ryan.
In the end, we got behind by a pretty good margin.
Now we're in the 4th quarter of this game. We got to expect him to pull off the magic.
I threw a pass to John Taylor along the sideline where he was just surrounded by guys, and he caught the ball, made a couple little moves, and was full speed down the sideline.
It's a touchdown for the 49ers.
When you're playing with Montana, you know something great is going to happen.
227 yards, 4 touchdown passes, 28 points in the 4th quarter. The final score, 38-28 San Francisco.
I mean, that's one of those games that sticks out because it truly was a battle for us.
Brady, what's that?
Brees to throw, touchdown!
Goff takes the snap. He boots, throws, wide open, touchdown!
1:49 remaining, game tied, 20-20. Brees from the gun, throws to the near side, hit early, where's the flag?
You don't get one.
And I'm standing right there and I'm thinking, they're gonna change this. They're gonna find a way to change this. They didn't change it.
The kick is good. We're tied at 23.
To really have your backs against the wall for most of the game and be able to come back in overtime, and you know, it was really the ultimate team effort. Our defense got a rush, picked up a pass in overtime.
Ball is up for grabs, picked off.
Our offense was able to put together, you know, a couple plays there to get us into field goal range, and then for the special teams to step up and kick that game winner.
Rams win it, and on to Super Bowl 53 they go.
Shows you that all 3 phases coming together to win the game was what it's all about.
Hank Bauer has put the Chargers
We did not beat the Raiders very often. This was a chance for us to put a W up there on the board.
10 seconds to go in this 20-14 ball game. Stabler back to throw. Stabler now being harassed for the first time and gets rid of the ball. Ball is loose, still loose. Picked up, kick into the end zone. They're attempting touchdown. Can you believe it?
It was really a missed call by the officials. Woodrow Lowe got great pressure on Stabler, and he tried to throw the ball underhand, and it was ruled a fumble. And as the ball is being rolled into the end zone, and finally Casper falls on it, and the officials call a touchdown, I'm looking around for a flag or some type of official to step forward and make the correct call.
This one will be relived forever.
Two Hall of Fame quarterbacks with two great teams going head-to-head, hooking and jabbing, all 4 quarters. It's exactly what you wanted.
Elway was such a nemesis to us.
Freaking Elway used to beat up on us.
So many times we watched him beat us in the last 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Well, John Elway has done his magic so many times in the fourth quarter.
Elway's got the ball, he's got 4 minutes. That's like 4 more minutes than he needs.
Elway's gonna run it up the middle. Elway scores a touchdown.
Come on.
A minute 22 left to go in the game, and the Chiefs have to get a touchdown. They need to go 75 yards.
With every pass, with every movement of the chains, with every progression, the belief got reinforced. Like, oh yeah, he's not afraid of the Broncos like we are.
First and goal to go at the 6. Montana takes the snap. Back to throw. Looking right. Firing a pass that. A leaping grab. Willie Davis. Touchdown Kansas City. Willie Davis made the catch.
Lord, you can take me now. I've seen it all.
All of Kansas City at that moment went nuts.
They'll be talking about that one for the next 20 years too.
One degree below zero, wind chill of minus 23 degrees.
I never put any of that stuff on that kind of coach you. Our offensive linemen come out, sleeveless, let's go.
Might have been one of the dumbest things we've ever said and done. I've never felt pain like that in my fingertips before. And I just remember thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna snap the football to Eli.
Well, nothing is a given. A 29-yard try here by Lawrence Tynes.
In the first half, I said to Lawrence Tynes on the sideline, can you kick a 46-yard field goal? He turns and walks away from me. He's got a cape around him. So we miss a field goal, late. Then we got a chip shot, and we have a bad snap. So the overtime starts, they win the toss.
Favre back to pass, takes a deep drop, steps up, looking to his right, and the pass intercepted by the Giants at the 40-yard line. Corey Webster.
We don't gain an inch, so it becomes 4th down. It's a 47-yard field goal. I'm on the sideline, and I don't say a word. I look at the kicker. He throws his cape off and starts running on the field. Then I yell, field goal. Out they go. The coaches are like, no, coach, don't do.
Snap is good. Kick on its way. End over end. Does it have the distance? It is good. Lawrence Tynes has kicked the Giants to the Super Bowl.
This is it, the American Football League National Football League Championship. The Kansas City Chiefs, winner of the newer AFL against the Green Bay Packers, who have won the NFL Championship.
We went into that game as champions, but we didn't know Kansas City. We didn't know how big they were and how strong they were and how capable they were. And we found out in the first half.
We had some great football players. He called us a Mickey Mouse League, and we felt like, hey man, wait a minute, we're not Mickey Mouse. We put our uniform on just like everybody else.
He's got a man clear, touchdown.
We said, going into halftime that we can beat these guys,
The first half was almost even, and we got sobered up at halftime and got serious and got on about our business and took care of business.
A big rush on, and it is intercepted with the rush on. That's Willie Wood who picks it off. He may go. Willie Wood is down to the 4.
Sharp looks, has time, throws in the end zone. Great catch by Mac McGee.
Congratulated, and they become the first team to win the Super Bowl.
It turned out to be a great game, a great piece of history.
Welcome to Oakland, where the overriding story took place yesterday afternoon in Mississippi when Brett Favre's father, Irv, died.
No one wants to play after losing your dad, but I knew I had to play because that's what, no doubt whatsoever, he would have wanted me to do.
I have no idea how Brett Favre is going to do it.
I was the most nervous I've ever been in a game. I was so worried that I would lay an egg. And I think people watching would say, hey, it's understandable, his father just passed away. I didn't want that.
I wanted to play better than I'd ever played before.
Favre takes, looks to throw, guns the left side of the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay! Favre fakes the handoff, bootlegs right, throws the right side of the end zone. Got Walker, touchdown!
I played in a half better than I'd played in a full game ever in my career.
America's most well-known number 4 has thrown for 4 touchdown passes in one half of play.
If there was ever divine intervention, he was there that night.
I still say it was the greatest football game that I ever saw or ever participated in.
I do remember listening to it on the radio.
Nagurski carried it.
Because the lead changed so many times. The Giants would score, the Bears would score. It was labeled at that time the best and most exciting game in pro football.